I mean, listen, Mamdani's claim that a socialist could win anywhere at any position, sources say.
I'm a New Yorker. I say this from a place of love. New York is not the center of the universe. And,
don't
and
don't tell New York.
Amen.
Thank you.
you know, I appreciate the mayor's confidence. But one thing, people across the country are feeling pain. And so the one thing I think we have to look at is Democratic leaders are actually worried about this, even though, look, we may see it in blue places here and there, but here's why they're worried. A primary is not a general. And to win in contested or close places, that requires independents, swing voters. They're not going to win if these are primaries.
Yeah, but I think you raise a very smart point. I mean, New York City, as much as it is, you know, the largest city in America, it is not America writ large in terms of how Democratic voters are voting across the country. I mean, the same state that elected 3 Democratic Socialists last week also elected Kate Conley, who is a national security rock star in the Democratic Party in the Hudson Valley. So, I mean, we're seeing it in New York. We are not seeing it everywhere, much to, I know, Hogan's chagrin, because Republicans would love to say that we are now the party of DSA. We just saw Carolyn Levitt saying that, but that is not who we are writ large. And look, I think also voters are frustrated. You know, they're frustrated with incumbents. They're frustrated with establishment candidates, which is why you are seeing a little bit of a protest vote here. But at the end of the day, we're a big tent party. This is an isolated place in more urban areas versus suburban.
Let's watch another. So Adrienne, of course, Arkansas Democrat, right? Like a former president we know. Here's a man who works for said former Arkansas president, talking about whether or not the Democratic tent is big enough for some of these Democratic Socialist candidates. James Carville.
I actually do think it's time for Democrats to talk the S word, schism. I really do. Everybody's always said, no, we're coalition, we're a big tent. And there's just some shit that I can't be in the same tent with.
I mean, Hogan Gidley, would your biggest fear be that they follow James Carville's advice on this?
Yes, they don't call him Ragin for nothing. James is right, and Adrienne also. Calling out that side, though, I think has been something the Democrats have refused to do writ large, waiting to see maybe how much popularity they can gain, if they can win in other places. They're kind of waiting to see because they know a lot of the fire, a lot of the excitement, a lot of the money is flowing to that side of the political party, one which is completely antithetical to the values of this country. Candidates who openly say they want violence in America. They want to undermine and eradicate America. That will not
every candidate who is a DSA candidate has said that.
Chevalier said that, and Mayor Mamdani didn't say that was wrong at all. Then Al Sayed in Michigan won't condemn Hassan Piker for saying 9/11 is our fault, and no one calls them out for it. That schism he's talking about, thank God, for the first time I can say this in my life, James Carville is saying it. Some other people with high profiles need to do that.
Well,